So, I mean, what's next? Gonna go back? Oh, because I didn't say I didn't say about the picture thing. Yes. Like you more as a friend, get some rest. This is gonna be like the good ending, right? I'll do it. The X to the exclude yourself. Alright. Rest in the apartment. Meet with Remy. Yes. Yes. Kiss again. And then Remy. That's the good ending. Okay. We'll load back. Busy right now. Required a map. It's actually a blueprint. Visit the store. Follow. Meet with Aiden. Turns out, yep. Alright, give her the map. Uh-oh. We're supposed to be for something? Uh-oh, okay. We have to go back. I believe, okay. Busy. Reach the pocket. Copy the map some time ago. Stay inside. And I think visit the store. Yeah, and then follow her. Alright. Then we can meet with the dean. Is it me? No, don't skip ahead this time. Have to be careful. Oh, really? Yeah, some monkeys can actually do basically have hands instead of feet. So they have 4 hands, yep. That seems like it'd be handy, but I think it'd be like my wings better. That was a neat trick though. You could try it. I agree. She says I'm obsessed with thick women and I agree. Okay. Just a souvenir when I get back. Got bored. What are you gonna do with them? Just leave them here. I see. Then he saves again. Or no, he loads? Oh shit, my bad. There for me. Okay. Now give her the blueprint. No, okay. You're gonna come to the shelf? I sure I can. Contact you? Alright. See you, bye. Get some rest. I'll do it. Can I help you? You must be Ipsum, that's right, sure. Now I'm working with the police, yep. Arrest in your apartment. Yes. Hey, you're coming to show, it's gonna happen pretty soon. I trained so much for this, you wouldn't believe. Probably harder than I ever trained in my entire life. Really hope you can make it because I want to show you all I got. Meet with the dean. Yes, skip ahead. I'll do it. Washing the shower, okay. Get some deserved rest. Then a dean. Maybe I can. Maverick and a dean. You planned this, didn't you, traitor? And then shimmy, yep, fine, yep. Was quick with the gun and shot once before had a chance to charge. As Maverick ran towards him, Reza adjusted his aim before shooting at Maverick multiple times. Stumbled and fell before Reza walked up to him and shot him. We all could just fucking gang up on it, bro. Like, it's as simple as that. What now, Santeoro? Are you gonna let me through or do I have to finish the job with you? Aiden was lying on the ground injured. Uh-oh. I looked over to Maverick and the administrator. Both lay dead in the pool of their own blood. Everyone's dead, bro. Now you hesitate to kill me? To kill after doing all this? It's your choice. Please, just go. If you told me that just a few minutes ago, I wouldn't have to do all this. Heck, you could have come with me, you stupid idiot. But if you want to die here, well, everyone else feel free. Step over there and lie on the ground. If I see either you moving before, I'm going to shoot. I did as he said. I only watched as he took the generator and left. So he left? With both Maverick and Administrator were dead, it turned out that Dean's injury was fairly minor, and she soon got the medical attention she needed. When I attempted to use the portal to follow Rissa, however, I had to realize that humanity's portal was not accessible. After Rissa had arrived to the other side, he or humanity must have quickly deactivated the portal in order to prevent anyone from connecting with it again. I warned the dragons about the comet, but without the generators from the underground building, they failed at dividing the comet enough to make a difference. As such, the only remaining option for me was to use Portal with the Administrator's coordinates, which would enable me to travel back in time to the day, yep. I met with the Dean one last time to tell her about my plan. I would use the Portal to try again, hoping for a better outcome. There will always be another year, huh? What are you talking about? That's what you told me during the summer festival when you talked me out of flying in the contest. There'll always be another year, so I didn't have to fly in this one. Sorry. Don't be. You did what you could, even if it has to end like this. I enjoyed the time with you. Let's not have any regrets now. Remember when I asked you what you were going to do if you knew this world was going to end? You told me you would enjoy life to the fullest until the last moment. I guess you won't have to do that if you go back. And you won't have to either if I get to have to say in any of this. Can I come with you? Unfortunately, no. These coordinates are tied to the biochromatic data. Oh well, don't worry. I'll be back before you realize it. Nothing will have to happen. I'll wait for you. Oh, W, bro. What's next? We're almost done with this. I can guarantee you. We going back? Okay, for the blueprint. Okay. Get some well-deserved rest. Alright, it plays a fucking ad as soon as. Oh, wow, cool. Visit the witness. I'll do it. Aiden. We're on the halfway mark right now. Come on. Anna, okay. Get some well-deserved rest. Approach the dragon. What a most pleasant surprise seeing you, Santeoro. Do you know who I am? I mean, I'm just gonna put, I have no idea. I don't. Then let me fill in the gap. My name is Amara, and I'm the Minister of Culture and Arts. I see. And what brings you here today? I'm not quite sure of them myself. The park does have appeal that I would know since I'm partly responsible for creating it. Have you seen the north side yet? If not, you should totally. Create this park? Well, some of it. That's where I work. Do you want to know a secret? The park was built here so I can enjoy going outside on my breaks, like right now. Speaking of the work, Remy works for you, right? I just met him the other day. Yep. Have to admit, they're pretty funny. Just imagine must be working with him. He's always running back and forth, like some sort of well-trained. Okay, don't you have to do that shit? You can ask for sure. What would you like to know? Um, what do you think about visiting this world? Us, you and Riza? What I think about are the most exciting things that has happened in the last few years. It certainly has been a nice distraction from the other boring things I have to do at work. How so? Arranging your arrival is partly my responsibility. In fact, I would have been at the portal to welcome you myself if someone didn't come up at the last second. Can I tell you about your job? Tell me about your job. I could, but I think it's overall a boring affair. It involves a lot of reading and talking, improving or rejecting forms and projects. It has its perks, but in some ways I'll certainly be happy when my term is over. If you've been minister once, that's something people remember you for. Even if those times are long past, no one can ever take that away from you again. It's your term ending. We serve our term and then someone else takes our place. Change that time though. Any person can become minister, though there are certain standards and requirements that must be in order. I don't want to bore you with the details, as it'll be too long and tedious affair. You tell me about the park? Well, I'm not so sure that there's much to say about it. It's just opened recently. I think the initial request was for more open spaces, like a dedicated place for people to gather. If you read the plaque, you would know that the park would dedicate to our so-called creator. I say creator like that because I think the world is a bit of a misnomer, but I suppose people will still use it regardless. Alright, that's all. Thank you for the most pleasant. Yep. Continue talking, you should have no difficulty contacting. Alright. Get some well-deserved rest. Oh, now I can meet with her. Okay. This should be the right place. Okay. Come in. Oh, here goes nothing. Damn, nice place. But you're kind of a bully, though. What a pleasant surprise. I didn't expect you to take me up on the offer. I'm sure you're a very busy person. That I am. I'm sorry I have to say this, but I won't have much time for you today, as edifying as your visit is no doubt going to be. I have a meeting to attend shortly. However, I'm so grateful you came to visit. I'm sure someone of your standing is always busy. Thank you for taking the time to meet me. Charming as always, aren't you? So what exactly is this? An official meeting? A trade negotiation? There's just two people having a conversation. We still owe you for the PDA device you gave us, so until we deliver our part, there's nothing to negotiate. If it was up to me, though, I'd rather listen to you all day than having to work. Alright. Paperwork? Uh-huh. Sometimes. It's just an unpleasant part of the job. I suppose in the end, working as the Minister of Culture and Arts involves just as much paperwork as any other bureaucratic position. Some days, I have to keep reminding myself that the actual people and problems behind those numbers, those people are responsible for. One mistake and those people turn against you faster, something that is very fast. That's why I prefer to go when the people are rather being stuck back here. It makes me think much clearer in the abstract of words and numbers. Is that what this is for, a game or popularity contest? I may use a loss, but I don't break it. As much as I may dislike a game, certainly what is this? When I came into office, it didn't take long for me to realize that you can't win if you don't play. Let me ask you one thing. Do you enjoy your work as an ambassador? Uh, I do. Luckily, are those whose purpose is enjoyable. Too bad none of us are. That doesn't sound like you enjoy your job as much, though. Well, I'll look at it this way. Just one term of having been in the council and I'll have left my mark. One term of being stuck behind a desk with my paperwork. At least I got to do something when I can make a difference, even if it doesn't happen very often. Culture and honors don't exactly give me much room for doing what I want to do, you know? Still, I prefer stacks of paper and meetings to work, getting in a mine and pulling carts, or logs, or whatever they was, or typically people do. I look at those who do manual labor, I can't help but feel empathy towards them. I'm impressed by their tendency to work in conditions that I would never want to. I wish to help them. What about those who enjoy that kind of work? Sure, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about those like myself who are just not out for the job. Being in charge of your visit in this world has been quite an opportunity. Alright. What? Humanizing? The beliefs in human numbers contribute to our existence. Some people say I only took this matter into my hands. Publicity, son. My feelings on the matter are genuine. Uh-huh. In the end, I don't have any hard feelings because I know the critics are only another part of my job I have to deal with. You should see how quickly they are to jump at my throat and second guess every decision I ever made. How ironic is it for people to like that to have a platform where they can spout their opinions when I'm the only one making the hard decisions? It doesn't matter though. I know that I will never please everyone, but my numbers do speak for themselves. In the end, it's all great self-sacrifice. Is that why I became a politician? I like to think it was all preordained. My parents were the vehicle so I could get this far. That reminds me of this book I seen. It was called Born to Serve. How very perspective of you indeed. Happened to quite fondness for, since the experience is not unlike my own. Always knew it was destined for greatness. Back in school days, I was known for my lateness. Just like my parents before me. They thought I would need to work hard like them to get there. That's what they were mistaken. I grew up as an only child. Okay. My father, okay. I don't really care about your fucking spiritual person. I don't care about your life story. After years of saving up, they combined their interests and created a new business out of nothing. A gamble that paid off handsomely. I did what was expected of me. I studied and worked hard until I came to resent it. By the point I was at the crossroads in regards to my future career. My parents wanted me to continue my studies, but I decided against doing that. Studying and working hard so that I may study and work hard wasn't something that was particularly appealing to me. In the end, I didn't see the difference between working hard in the mines and studying perpetually. Instead, I started to look for the alternative options. There was an opening for a political quest position, and decided to seize the opportunity. Alright, certainly shouldn't have. I was very qualified for the job. Now, my parents might have persuaded those in power because they knew they would be another step for our family. This is the only speculation, of course, but I wouldn't put it past them to do something like that. No matter if it was the words, gifts, or something else. How has that worked out for you? Not that I am here. The stacks of books have merely been replaced by stacks of paperwork. At least I am popular, though. I know I am polarizing, but why try to please everyone and accomplish nothing when I know it's impossible to please everyone in the first place? It is a departure from the usual way of thinking, and while not liked by everyone, some of my moves have been launched. Okay. Take risks that may or may not pay off when I know I have nothing to lose rather than playing it safe. You have nothing to lose. I'm not afraid of a political suicide because I don't value the position itself. I only value the opportunities I am given while having the power. So as long as I have it, I shall use it until I can no longer do so. My approach has been called daring or brave just as much as it has been denied by others who don't like what I'm doing. I'm not sure if this was still a trend or if there's others who would follow suit, but either way I'll be glad once my term is over. People have been alright. Retire, then retire. I already feel like I left a mark as I've seen everything there is to see in the political landscape. So once this is over, I like to settle down for good and start a family. Only child, alright? Remy or fucking Bryce or Sebastian, whoever. My parents want me to make them some grandchildren and to continue the lineage. So all that responsibility rests on me now, than proving my worth. Is that what you'd like me to do as well? In that case, I'll have to agree with them. Frankly, I am tired of all the work, more so than ever before. Besides, it would be a shame to let everything they built go to waste, don't you think? What is that supposed to mean? I'm talking about our family fortune, of course. And what would a family fortune be without a family? I see. The funny thing is, they never liked this when I was growing up. It was only after they had made it big that they started getting all self-important illusions. Now that I'm getting older, I'm sad to say that it's not exactly getting easier. I probably would have had a better chance if I started a family first. Okay, being known I'm like has made popular, but it's making things complicated. Okay, there are those that immediately discard. Alright, only interested in me because of being well known. In a way, I'm getting evaluated before I ever have the chance of getting to know someone or before they get to know the person behind the politics. No matter if positive or negative, these snap judgments create a sort of proto relationship that had no input in. It causes them to have certain expectations or opinions about me. I suppose you cannot change someone's mind if they already have made it up. Or you can, it's just not an easy thing to do. Not that dating isn't already complicated enough. Maybe it is easier once your term is over. People may not recognize you. Alright, maybe it all doesn't help that it's rather limited. Alright, I didn't even consider that. I will return home, tell once my term is over. Can I ask you for some? You have already asked me a lot of things. Why did you employ Remy? You see, politics is a rather unusual field here. As a pursuit that mostly requires ability, it was very open to members who wishes to apply. Neutral, 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 neutral. The council members themselves are responsible for the workers they employ to help with office duties, and in the area where certain standards, the council members either employ members of their own species or they pick members of species. Alright, who to employ? Had to make with someone. There were numerous, among them Hopeful from my hometown, who now banked an idea I would employ someone I already knew of our own species. I could have hired one of them, but I had to realize that the decision my first is the office would already be under scrutiny. It certainly wouldn't be unusual to hire an Earth Dragon to take care of the archives, but I was sure it would have looked at from a certain angle with a certain bias. They would have claimed that I only employed another Earth Dragon because they belonged to the same species or came from the same town as me. They wouldn't even consider that I made the decision based on merit. With the same bias thinking being present in the applicants, it would have been harder to find anyone among them who was actually suited to be the position of working in the archives. Typically, the position is held by species with proper hands, as it often necessarily to handle small and precious objects in the archives. But since I typically don't do things the typical way, I wanted to do something different. As I sorted out applicants, they only seemed to want to be there to advance their career or to have something important to put on their resume. The remaining number was actually fairly small. Remy was the one that stood out to me from the rest. I wondered about his rationale to even apply for the position, given that it was unheard of for a member of his species to be the caretaker. Either he was incredibly naive or he knew his chances were practically nil, but was willing to try regardless regularly. I was curious to find out when I invited him to a job interview. He seemed genuinely enthusiastic and had a passion, and you hired him. That could make him well qualified. Ultimately, he reminded me one of my parents and how they managed to break out of their mold and make it big by doing their own thing. I saw an opportunity that aligned with my own goals. Of course, there were also considerations, but I thought with time and practice and his tireless nature, any difficulties could be overcome. Maybe he could rise above his peers just like my parents did. I only gave him the same chance of making a gamble. Going against every recommendation, guidance, and advice I received, I ultimately decided to hire him. A decision that immediately made big headlines. It's the beginning of the trend that would give me the image I have now. It gave Remy a lot of attention if he did his job well, but this didn't turn out to be the case. I made a joke about it and he told him that this happens to everyone a few times. If only it had stayed at it just a few times. make more for my critics who lambasted me, his shortcomings. Of course, I couldn't go easy on him during that time. He wanted the job, so I held him to his standards. I treated him any different. It only gotten worse. He might have worked twice as hard, but if he can't do the job, maybe he isn't cut out to do it. But if he can, he have proven his worth the whole time. I heard that isn't working out so well for him. Tell me about it. It was one of the few decisions that hadn't ended up working in my favor, even though many people were all for it when it was initially announced. Replace him, ooh. For one, it would prove that people right who doubt that I made the right choices. It would only draw attention to the issue. It doesn't matter anymore. Made headlines. You're late for a meeting. Are you helping me with this? Horns shine. What's that? Just some color for my horns. Painting them. What for? It's a public outing. Are you telling me that you don't do things to make yourself look different? We do. I just didn't expect your horns to be one of those things. The brush is over then. Alright. When I saw the brush among a number of other tools I couldn't quite place for a few stacks of paper. She really hadn't been exact. Alright. Anything I need to know before I start? Early, you know how brush works, do you? Sure do. Just so you know, I'll blame you in front of the whole council if you mess it up. Somewhat vicious liquor. After dipping into brush, I started painting her horn in a bright red. It only took a few applicants for the horn to be covered. Is that good? Oh, we're not done yet. Don't forget my elbow. Those next. Okay, that should do it. Let me take a look. And turn her head a few times to see yourself. You're not too shabby. Maybe you will make a good assistant. Maybe. Anyway, how does it look? It goes well. It goes well with the jewelry. Thank you. You know what? All the sitting around making my back so horribly stiff. Would you mind giving me a massage? God damn. I don't know how. Oh, don't you worry. I'll guide you through it. Oh, damn. Not at all. You're a real lifesaver, Santeoro. I know it's a strange request, but having to sit in the office for hours. Alright, we're getting straight into it, alright? You know, my kind tends to be very physical, and I haven't quite gotten used to it. She lay down on a mat and pillow. I quickly produced for someone, presented her back. I briefly wonder if she kept those items in the office for occasions just like this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Start the neck. Uh-oh. An earth dragon. What kind of movements are we talking about? And rubbing in circles. Okay. Rubbing my palms. Alright. If I was doing it right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hello, how you doing? I can give you a good massage. Happy ending? No happy ending. Just be careful about the spines. I think we both don't want this to end with a palm hand. I couldn't help but watch her spines a bit more closely. They seemed to be made from the same material as the horn and muzzle, even though they were not as girthy. They still started out with a rather wide base, ultimately circulating a point that don't seem sharp enough to cause any damage. When I resumed my treatment, she suddenly backed her own spines, missing me by inches when she suddenly threw her head. She wasn't kidding about watching out for the spines. Your hands are wonderful. Movements. Take that as a compliment. Don't hold back now, Santeoro. Put your strength into it. Uh-oh. Harder. Uh-oh. You know how to please, don't you? Oh, damn. Apparently I do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, damn. Uh-oh. You don't know what having to sit in the office all day does to my hips. Uh-oh. There we go. It's a happy ending, y'all. Don't stop now. Give it all you got. Uh-oh. I went faster. Just like that. Yes, yes. Uh-oh. Her hit. Uh-oh. Wait, what? As a jello-filled beanbag? That was amazing. If you were open to a massage parlor here, you have no storage of customers. Is that so? Okay. Your hands are truly magical. They're a gift. Don't waste it. Oh, damn. Okay. Thank you. You just met. What an interesting lady. The politician. Okay. Damn, okay. We got the happy ending, kind of.